In this video, I am explaining how the husk in the puffed rice causes appendicitis. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Scientific Cooking Part 3. Are puffed rice recipes cause appendicitis? Scientific Cooking Part 3. Are puffed rice recipes cause appendicitis? Appendicitis means stomachache. Yes, it is possible. If you are neglect in cleaning the husk from the puffed rice, and if you did not thoroughly chew the recipe, what are the recipes that are made with puffed rice? Uggani, bhel puri, cutlets, upma, mixture, laddu, etc. These recipes were made with puffed rice. Puffed rice contains husk because puffed rice is prepared from paddy grains. Let us see the structure of paddy grain. If you see the longitudinal section of this paddy grain is covered by a coat, pelia. This is called husk. And in the middle, there is rice. Rice means endosperm. In this endosperm, embryo is there. In the structure of this husk, there are spines. See the husk. This is the husk removed from the paddy. These are having spines. These are the responsible for appendicitis. These are the responsible. Why the husk is responsible for appendicitis? Because it is not digested in the digestive system. Our digestive system did not contain cellulase enzyme. Cellulase enzyme. This is made with cellulose. Cellulase enzyme only digests this cellulose. Cellulose enzyme is in ruminants, bacteria, fungus, birds and termites. These living things are having cellulase enzyme. That's why they digest the cellulose. But human beings are not having cellulase enzyme. That's why it did not digest in our digestive system. Husk is separated from the puffed rice carefully. This is the husk separated. When we eat puffed rice recipe or murmura recipe with husk, it reaches into our mouth. Especially children are voracious to eat the food. In the mouth, if it is not chewed thoroughly, the husk enters into the stomach. Saliva does not contain cellulase enzyme. That's why this husk reaches the stomach. In the stomach, gastric juice also does not contain cellulase enzyme. In the duodenum also, liver juice, bile juice and pancreatic juice, these juices are also does not contain cellulase enzyme. That's why husk is not digested in the duodenum also. Then the husk enters into the small intestine. In the small intestine, the glands in the small intestines, in their juice, they also do not contain cellulase enzyme. That's why the husk pass on through this small intestine. At last it enters to the end of the intestine. Here it is the fecal matter and undigested food is here. When the undigested food pass on through the small intestine, it enters into the large intestine. The husk is not digested. That's why it attaches to the septum between the appendix and the large intestine. Because this husk is having spines which are sharp in nature, that's why they firmly attaches to the septum of the appendix. They will not move forward. The undigested food forcefully enters into the large intestine, even though it will not pass on to the large intestine. It will firmly attaches to the septum of the appendix. After that, when the fecal matter enters into the large intestine, pressure will be applied on this husk, and this husk it enters into the appendix. It ruptures the septum and enters into the appendix. As the fecal matter is coming like this with pressure, it goes on, enters into the appendix. Then the appendix becomes large and it is inflamed and it is infected by the fecal matter. Fecal matter contains bacteria. Fecal matter contains bacteria. After the infection, this fecal matter enters into the appendix. At long run, the fecal matter goes out of the appendix into the body cavity. There the bacteria infect the organs in the body. That's why it is appendicitis, stomachache. These appendix must be removed within 24 hours. If not, it is fatal and death will occur. If you like this video, like it, share it and press the subscribe button. Subscribe button is below this video. If you subscribe my channel, you can see my videos at first. Thank you.